designed by the hands of Betsy Ross, and her sewing basket was my cradle. Though I've never been an orphan, I was adopted by the Continental Congress in 1777 and proclaimed the national emblem of a nation newly born on this continent, fighting valiantly for survival and destined to bring to all mankind a new concept of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I have been many places and have seen many things. I've witnessed every event in American history. I was there when they fired the shot heard around the world. I was there in the late twilight at Fort McHenry and inspired Francis Scott Key to write the immortal Star-Spangled Banner, now our national anthem. I saw Molly Pitcher take the cannon swab from the hands of her dead husband and continue to fight for freedom. And I felt the biting cold of Valley Forge and gave warmth and comfort to General Washington and his tired and hungry Continental Army. I rode with Ethan Allen and the Green Mountain Boys, and I saw the signal that started the midnight ride of Paul Revere. I was flown over the decks of Old Ironsides and from the masts of the Yankee and China Clipper. I blazed the trails with Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett, and I led the settlers coming west. And once I crossed Death Valley in a covered wagon. I was carried through the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli by the United States Marines. And once I fell to the ground at Custer's last stand, and there were no living hands left to pick me up. I galloped up the slopes of San Juan Hill with Teddy Roosevelt and Rough Riders of the United States Cavalry. I stayed with the boys till it was over there. And on the battlefield of the Marne, Chateau Thierry, St. Michael's, and the Argonne Forest, I saw many of the youth and manhood of this nation fall and lie still in death. They had given their last full measure of emotion. For them, the war was over forever. But I stayed and kept my lonely vigil over their graves and watched the poppies grow amid the crosses row on row in Flanders Field. I was raised by 5 brave men during the hell of Iwo Jima, and I waved farewell to the 4 immortal chaplains who went down with their ship into honor and glory. I am many things to many people. I am the inseparable link in the chain that binds men to God and country. Each link welded in fires of purity by the sacred hands of God Himself. And because I am on the side of God, and God is will destroy me. But they dare not, because I'm protected by the mighty land armies of the nation, by the powerful and deadly fleet of the Navy, and by the screaming eagles of the Air Force, watching and waiting to swoop down and destroy anything that would harm me. To some, I am yesterday, today, and tomorrow. To others, a glorious child. To some, a grand old man or a most gracious lady. I'm known by several names. Red, white, blue, the Star-Spangled Banner, the Stars and Stripes. But I'm most commonly known by the nickname given me by the old captain when he called me Old Glory. I haven't changed much in my past 246 years. I still have my original 13 Stars and Stripes. But as each state entered the Union, a new star was proudly added to the constellation of my blue field. I started with 13. Now I have 50. There's much more that I would like to tell you, but I haven't the time. But I would like to see you again. I'm easy to find. I'm everywhere. I'm in the houses of the poor and the mansions of the rich. I'm in Independence Hall with the Declaration of Independence and the Liberty Bell. I'm in the White House with the President of the United States of America. In all the churches, cathedrals, synagogues, in the Council of the Girl and Boy Scouts of America, and in all the schools where they pledge allegiance to me. I grace the caskets of our nation's heroes, born in their last resting place. The caskets of presidents, generals, admirals, humble privates, and the unknown soldier. Wherever free men gather, wherever there is truth, justice, equality, faith, hope, and love, there too am I. A short while ago, I was flown over our nation's capital, gazing proudly